Yeah, I mean, I would say that's a good draw. Obviously, you would have liked for us to have gone away and won over in Leverkusen. It wasn't to be. It was always going to be a difficult game, and it ended 1-1. And overall, I think that's a good draw, and it's going to put us in a good position and at a good advantage in the return leg at the Emirates. This game in particular, I feel like we controlled it for the majority of the game without really managing to break down Bayer Leverkusen or really trouble their goalkeeper. Um, Leverkusen on the ball, they look good, and obviously on the counter, they look very, very good. But in the first half, for the majority of the game, we was controlling the ball. Their centre back and captain got a yellow card. He easily could have got two yellow cards within the first 5 minutes or so. Um, but going into the second half, it was 0-0 at half time. And then the captain stepped up as Bayer Leverkusen came flying out of the traps, scored at the back post. Eze, I think, will be a little bit disappointed with his marking. They scored from a set piece. And from that point, we were struggling because we wasn't really playing well. Bayern Leverkusen now were buoyed and we're really up for it for the next 20 minutes or so. It wasn't until maybe the 65th minute we started to get a foothold in the game. Martinelli on the left, who I felt like was looking busy without being amazing. But he was starting to get some openings on that left side, really push back their right back. He was cutting in and, of course, dragging a lot of their defenders out of position. He was starting to get on the ball. Zubimendi was starting to get into the game a little bit more, as was Declan Rice pushing further up the pitch. Saka was then subbed off for Madueke, which was a big decision quite early in the second half, maybe just before the 60th minute. So it was a big change. Saka came off, and then Madueke, he really added a dimension. He was really, really, um, really enjoying some good work on that right hand side, running at his fullback, tracking back as well, and doing some defensive work. And then it wasn't until very late into that second half, maybe just 5 minutes before the end of the game, we got a penalty from a drive and run from Madueke. Really great endeavour on that right side. Cuts into the box, and then he's taken down. Kai Havertz, of course, who has a lot of history with Bayer Leverkusen. And he stepped up to take the penalty. I was a little bit nervous about that, especially, of course, he came on for Gyökeres, who maybe would have been the person to take it, considering Saka was off. Havertz stepped up to take it, and he smashed it hard and low, struck it in. And we've managed to draw 1-1. As I say, good draw. Given the game, I think it was probably a fair result. And we're going to do it all again next week, but this time in London. And I would expect us to really put on a show and score some goals.